Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, but today I have a video that you guys have been requesting for a very long time, and that is my adjustment of status process. As you guys know, and if you don't know, I actually got my green card 4 months ago, and a lot of you guys have been commenting on my video to talk about what the process was like and what I did and how I was able to get my green card. So I wanted to make a video, but I wanted to do some research because I do want it to be very detailed, and I want to tell you guys step by step what I did, and maybe it can help one of you to start your process of adjustment of status. So how I was able to get my green card was through something called adjustment of status. Now, what is adjustment of status? Actually, we're gonna go back to 2012 when Obama was the president and I was able to get Daca. If you're not familiar with Daca, let me tell you exactly what Daca is. And I actually took some notes, okay, because like I said, I want this video to be as detailed as possible so you guys know exactly what the process was for me. So what is Daca? Daca means Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival. It is a policy that protects young immigrants who came to the U.S. as children from being deported, and it also lets them work legally in the U.S. When I applied for DACA, I was given a social security number, and I was also given a employment authorization card, and I've been using that to work ever since I was approved for DACA. This policy was established in 2012 by the Obama administration, and that's actually when I first obtained DACA. In order to qualify for DACA, you had to have arrived in the U.S. before turning 16 or have lived in the U.S. since 2007, and you had to be in school, graduated, or served in the military. But most importantly, you had no criminal record. DACA doesn't give us a path to permanent residency or U.S. citizenship, but it does give us temporary protection and work permits. When you have DACA, you can actually also apply for something called advanced parole. And what is advanced parole? Let me tell you guys exactly what it is. Advanced parole is a permission to leave the U.S. and return without losing your immigration status. Meaning if you have DACA, you are able to qualify for advanced parole, but it has to be for one of these three reasons, which is school, education, work, or humanitarian reasons. And the reason why I applied for advanced parole was because my grandpa passed away, and I used the humanitarian reason to apply to go visit his grave. So my grandpa passed away in 2021, and I was able to go back to Mexico in 2022. I also made a video of my whole advanced parole experience, and I will link it down below for you guys if you want to take a look at that. I do mention how I applied and all that stuff. If you guys want to know more about that, you can also go and check out that video so you can see exactly what I did. So I applied for advanced parole in 2022. I actually applied on the day after my birthday, August 25th, 2022 or 2021. No, 2022, and I got my approval on December 24th, 2022. So it took about 4 months for my application to be approved. I went to Mexico in February. I can't say that. En febrero. I went to Mexico in Febrero. I was only able to be there for a week because I did have work and many other things that didn't allow me to stay in Mexico longer. Not anything to do with my immigration status, but just personal stuff that didn't allow me to be there longer than I wanted to. But 1 week was enough for me to get a legal entry, which means I was able to come back to the U.S. with advanced parole, which again, it is a permit that you get when you apply for advanced parole. I hope this is making sense, you guys, and I apologize if it's not. I'm trying to make it as simple as I can, but it is kind of like, you know, it's a lot. So I got my legal entry in Febrero del 2023, 2023. Hold on, let me actually explain it a little bit. So I got DACA in 2012, and then I got married to my U.S. citizen husband in 2022. My grandpa passed away in 2021, and then I applied for advanced parole in 2022. in August, and then my advanced parole got approved in December 24, 2022. So I ended up going to Mexico in Febrero 2023, and then came back a week later. And then after that, I applied. Well, I got a lawyer in March 2023 to start my process of adjustment of status. Now, what is adjustment of status? So because I was able to do advanced parole, I had my legal entry, which allowed me to do adjustment of status, which means adjustment of status is the process of changing from a temporary immigration status like a visa or someone with Daca, which was me, to a permanent one, usually becoming a legal permanent resident, meaning a green card holder. So while staying in the U.S., meaning I did not have to go to, I didn't have to go outside of the U.S. to become a resident. I was able to do it here, and I didn't have to leave the country to apply for it. So because I had my legal entry from advanced parole, which I was able to get through Daca, I was able to fix my status here in the U.S. I actually got a lawyer in March of 2023, but honestly, you guys, they basically just ripped me off. They had me waiting a very long time they didn't even submit my application. They just had me requesting FOIAs. If you guys don't know what a FOIA is, it's basically where you request your immigration, like your record from immigration, to see everything that is in your record. But because I had a legal entry, I didn't really need it. But for some reason, my lawyer thought I don't know if my lawyer thought that I did, but I think they just wanted to get money out of me. So I ended up paying the lawyer half of the fees, and then I ended up paying for a bunch of FOIAs that I didn't really need to, that I didn't even need in reality. So a year went by, my application was never submitted, nothing was ever submitted, and I got kind of like annoyed and fed up.
It's a good video.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's a good video. No, this is good. It's good. It's your personal experience of like doing everything.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. People are gonna want to hear this.
Yeah.
But people get some good stuff out of this too. Like
so basically, it ripped me off. Didn't even submit my application. A year went by, and I was waiting, and I got fed up. I got annoyed, and I ended up firing my lawyer. And I made a video. If you guys watched that video on TikTok, I made a video kind of explaining what was going on, and if you guys had any recommendations of a lawyer that I could talk to, so I could hire him and start my process all over again and pay all over again. Which honestly, it doesn't really matter as long as I was able to, fix my status, which was my priority at the time. So I ended up firing him a year later, literally in March. A year later, March 2024, and then I found my lawyer, my new lawyer, which his name is Wilson Purves. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but I will leave his information. He is from San Jose, and he works for, let me get you guys the information. I will put it down here for you guys, and also leave it on the description box if you guys want to hire him. Honestly, I hired him. We met literally a week later, and then a week after that, he had already sent out my application. Like, it was that fast. Hired him, 2 weeks later, my application was out. And so I sent my application on March 21st, I believe, or 20th, and then I got the receipt approval, or when they tell you that they received your application on March 29th, and then let me actually get you guys exactly the dates, because I want you guys to understand how fast this was for me with this. Now, I don't know if it was because of the lawyer. I think it was, but I just think my process was faster because it was adjustment of status. So they received it on my application on March 29th. On July 15th, my work permit was approved. On August 1st, my case was approved, and then on August 14th, I received my card, my green card. So I submitted my application on March 22nd. They received it March 29th. My employment card got approved in July, and then in August, I already had my green card in my hands, you guys. It was so fast, and again, I think it is because I did adjustment of status first, and then I did advanced parole first, and then adjustment of status, and I think that's why my case only took 4 months, and then I had my green card. Honestly, it was a very stressful process, not gonna lie, especially when you get scammed by lawyers, but we're not gonna go there. I think the reason why I wanted to make this video is because we know what is happening right now with the world. I'm not gonna go into details, but if you have DACA right now and you are able to apply for advanced parole, I highly recommend you do. You're gonna hear a lot of negative things about a lot of the things that could actually be really helpful for us. So with advanced parole, I was hearing how, and Aaron's right here, and he's my witness, you guys. A lot of people were telling me how I was not gonna be able to come back, how I was gonna be stuck in Mexico, how immigration wasn't gonna let me back in. I got filled with so many negative and misinformation about advanced parole, and fortunately enough, my sister did it first before I did. She was the one that actually pushed me to do it myself, and so I did it. And because of that, I was able to fix my status in literally just 4 months. So if you guys have DACA right now, please apply for advanced parole. Now, when I applied for advanced parole, I actually did everything myself, and I did it using a group from Facebook called Advanced Parole through DACA. I would also leave their information. I will write it down here for you guys, but also leave it down on the description box. If you guys need help with applying for your advanced parole, you can do it for free. I did it myself, and I did it for free, and I only had to pay for the application fee. So I will leave the information. You guys have any questions, you can always reach out to them, and they will help you with everything. And then for adjustment of status, I actually ended up hiring a lawyer. Like I mentioned, I did not feel like I was like, I could have done it myself, but I just didn't want to risk it. And honestly, I just didn't feel like I was fit to do it myself. So I'm kind of glad that I hired a lawyer to do that. As I mentioned already, I have a video of how I applied for advanced parole. So if you guys want to go watch that video, you can, and it'll give you a little more details on how the process of advanced parole was. But with adjustment of status, honestly, you guys, I wouldn't even be able to tell you how to do it or where to start, because like I said, I hired a lawyer for that. But there's a lot of people that have done it themselves, and there is a page on Facebook that you guys could also go to called Adjustment of Status through DACA, and I would also leave the information in the description box for you guys, so you guys can go check them out, and then you can ask whatever questions you have, and you can also apply for your adjustment of status for free. But I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say with this video. I do want to thank my lawyer, of course, and also my paralegal, and her name is Jessica. I believe her name is Jessica Rios. Yeah, Jessica Morales Rios. She was my paralegal, and she did everything for me. So also I want to thank her and my lawyer, and just you know, this would not be possible without DACA. So to Daddy Obama, thank you. I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try and reply to as many as I can, or also make a follow-up video with you guys' questions. So that is it for today, you guys. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.